Ciao football lovers of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. Paris Saint-Germain can become this evening Champion de France for the 12th time in their history. And they're already starting thinking, speaking like Luis Enrique. We think, of course, about Le Quadruple, 4 titles this season. We'll come back on Paris Saint-Germain later in this video. We'll speak about La Manita, the little hand if you want to translate it, from Arsenal yesterday against Chelsea. Juventus that qualified in extremis to the Coppa Italia final. We'll speak about Bernardo Silva because in Barcelona they are stopping to speak about that goal, no goal, but they start thinking about the transfer market. With Bernardo Silva, they believe in it. So maximum of like, don't forget to subscribe to the channel because we have a lot of things to speak about. We start now after you supporting, commenting. Let me know if you're enjoying, if you are watching, what club you are supporting, where you're from. I want to know everything about you because we need to start to build a community here. We start with Arsenal 5-0 against Chelsea. A big game. We were all waiting an answer for Arsenal. Will you go until the end? Will you battle? Even if 2 weeks ago some people were saying, here on the channel we were saying they might have bottled it, but they still have a chance to remain in the run, and we wanted a strong answer. Well, yesterday, what a strong answer. Not one, not two, but at a certain moment said another one, and another one, and another one. 5-0. Trossard at the 4th minute scored the 100th goal of this season by Arsenal. And they didn't stop. And you know what was crazy yesterday? One goal was looking like it was easier to score than the other one. All of them, it was so easy to score against the Blues, but so easy. It was incredible to see. Again, one goal was easier than the other one. And of course, there is one man on the front pages of the English papers. It is Kai Havertz. With the celebration, have some of that. Bam! That's the title of Mirror Sport. Sun Sport. Now, you are a gunner. Believe us. Because if some people were still doubting about the past of Kai Havertz, ex-Chelsea, they adopted him in. After that brace against Chelsea, after these celebrations, he's absolutely adopted. Kai's on the Prize. It's another creative title by Star Sport. I love the creativity of English papers. Kai's on the Prize. Because at the moment when you're looking at the ranking, 34 games played by the Gunners, 77 points are there on top. First. Second, and they will play this evening their 34th game, 74 points. They are putting pressure on Liverpool. The Reds that are obliged to win against Everton in the derby. And then there is another one that is waiting to play because they will play tomorrow, Manchester City against Brighton. They have 2 games in hand. At the moment, 73. They are virtually first. Virtually. Because Arsenal continuing to win, and that's what we were waiting for. Well, they are putting a lot of thrilling end of the season of Premier League. And what are they doing in Arsenal? Well, they are waiting. Look at Arteta saying yesterday, we have to do our job. And in the meanwhile, we watch the television and we see what is happening. And that's what they will do this evening. That's what they will do tomorrow, watching the 2 other games. They do their job and then they watch. And doing their job, they are doing it fantastically well. 6 times they scored more than, or 5 or more goals. Incredible. They started on the 28th of October, 5-0. 20th of January, 5-0. Against West Ham on the 11th of February, 6-0. 5-0 again on the 17th of February. Then 4th of March, 6-0. And yesterday against Chelsea, the big team there, 5-0. Incredible. 6 times in 23-24, equalizing. Chelsea in 29-2010. One more game, 5 goals or more, and they equalize Manchester City of 1920. So they are doing their job. They are absolutely. The ones that are not doing their job are probably Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. 220 million pounds spent for that midfield that should have been one of the strongest one of Premier League. They are not delivering. 5.2 rating, and you know, I don't believe in all these stats thing, but they are in a way still giving you a reflection a bit about how they were yesterday. 5.2 Caicedo, even worse, Enzo Fernandez with a 4.7. What a disaster. Speaking about midfielders, there is one that is probably having a higher rating and totally deserved. Martin Odegaard. Odegaard with the ranking was incredible. First with 2 assists yesterday. First with 8 chances created. 8 chances created. First passes in final third, 34. Incredible. First with 3 successful dribbles and first with 8 duels won. Is he a complete midfielder? I guess so. I believe so. Chelsea, unfortunately for them, at the moment they are skipping another opportunity. They are wasting another opportunity because as we speak, with 32 games played, they are 9th. They are 9th and they need to do much better if they want to have at least a European competition next season. That will probably not be the Champions League, but they need to push. They need to push and they don't have a lot of time to do it. In England, they are speaking about who will be the possible successor of Jurgen Klopp. And after the initial talks with Amorim, that by the way also went and flight to London to speak with West Ham, looks like he will stay a year longer at least to Sporting because a record is saying Amorim, mais perto de ficar. He's closer to stay with Sporting and he's also closer to win the league. Their Liga Portugal. Well, look like Liverpool is looking around. No Xabi Alonso. No Amorim. What do we do? Well, the latest idea is Slot. Arne Slot, Feyenoord coach. I'm not sure if the Liverpool fans will be happy about that name. They were probably expecting something else. And there is another coach that will probably not go in Liverpool, not go in Premier League, not go to La Liga, to Barcelona. Well, it is Thiago Motta, another emerging coach, legendary player of course, another emerging coach that a lot of clubs are eyeing on. They are looking for him. Well, Bologna, in Gazzetta dello Sport, well, they think that they have a kind of promise. The management is believing that if they qualify to Champions League with a miracle Bologna, with a fantastic season, not at the level of Leverkusen, but still quite impressive, well, if they do, he can possibly extend and remain longer at Bologna. And that will probably make a lot of Juventus fans extremely sad because they are counting on him to become the next Bianconero coach. Speaking about Juventus, yesterday disaster. They lost in the second leg of semi-final of Coppa Italia. 2-1 against Lazio. Disaster performance. At the end, at the 83rd minute, 1 minute after entering from the bench, Arkadiusz Milik, ex-Olympique Marseille, ex-Napoli, is able to score that little goal. That is enough, thanks to the home result, to go through to the final of Coppa Italia, but Tuttosport, that is quite close to Juventus in terms of paper, based in Torino. They are writing a title that is absolutely correct. Yes, Juventus, it is final. It is a final. Under and between brackets. But that way, how you performed or not performed yesterday, you will lose it. And they are totally correct. In Milano, you have 2 teams with a total different mood. One is happy, is celebrating, is full of champagne and confettis. The other ones are totally depressive. And both of them are thinking about the future. Maxi Inter. There is Simone Inzaghi, coach of Inter, is saying, okay, I'm staying. No worry, I'm staying. I will not go to Liverpool, I will not go to other teams, I'm staying. But don't touch my big players. I want to keep my big players. Don't tell me that in the summer you will sell me my big players. And Marotta, sporting director, or even more than sporting director at Inter, saying we will not do any revolution. And what are the names? On top of the 2 players that I already took for free, Taremi and Zielinski, they are thinking about Zirkzee and Gudmundsson, 2 players from Serie A. Well, if this is not a start of a revolution, I don't know. But a positive revolution, of course, for the Nerazzurri, that will be even more happy. With Simone Inzaghi, that will be even more happy. Well, in Milano, there is at the moment nobody to make happy because apparently Pioli will leave at the end of the season. Not confirmed yet. And there they are thinking about another revolution. After all the signing of this summer, they are thinking now about selling, and big ones. Olivier Giroud will not stay at Milan. Yesterday he has been announced as a Los Angeles player after this end of the season. He's the first Frenchman, and 2 other Frenchmen could possibly leave. Maignan and Theo Hernandez. If 100 million arrives in Milano, AC Milan, they accept it and they are gone. To start a new and another revolution. Il Romanista, tomorrow there is another game. Today, Atalanta will play against Fiorentina for that second leg of Coppa Italia to understand who will go in a final against Juventus. But tomorrow there will be a special game in Italy. Udinese, Roma, but not 90 minutes, only 18 minutes. The minutes that they needed to recuperate for that last game that they interrupted. If Roma is not able to win because the result was 1-1, it will be tough for them to qualify for Champions League, what they are all dreaming about, especially after losing 3-1 against Bologna. And now we go to Paris Saint-Germain. Ball de match, match ball, because this evening they can become Champion de France, champion of France for the 12th time. What do they need? Winning against Lorient. And Monaco, that is at the moment second, that will play after them, they can't win. If they don't win against Lille, it means that Paris Saint-Germain is champion this evening in front of the television. Probably away in the locker room of Lorient. They will wait 2 hours and then they will celebrate. Maybe they will watch from the locker room. I don't know. And Luis Enrique is speaking about it. Of course, we talk about the quadruple. It's a way of writing the club's history. Of course, he added step by step, first the title and then this, and then we think about Champions League. Next week, by the way, Champions League. It goes fast now. The end of the season is approaching. They are believing it. Can they do it? Can they do it? Can they do it? Can Kylian Mbappe, Kiki, offer a beautiful goodbye to his beloved city with 4 titles? That's the moment to do it, Kiki, because if you can't do it, well, probably you will do it for Madrid next season, because he's doing like that. Thumb up, according to us. Mbappe acepta ser el 9. He accepts to become the number 9. The Frenchman accepts to become the number 9 at Real Madrid next season. Kylian Mbappe's position at Real Madrid already has been decided. The French superstar accepts the challenge, being that number 9, that striker. What Real Madrid is missing? We did already a few watch-alongs here on the channel. We spoke about Real Madrid, and I always told you they didn't replace Benzema. They are playing fantastically great because they are winner at the moment of La Liga with plus 11 over Barcelona. They are in semi-final of Champions League. They are doing fantastically great. But there's still that missing piece, filling in the box with someone. But I don't understand how they are turning it. Looks like Mbappe is sacrificing himself. No, Mbappe has always dreamt to play in that position. I remember with Messi, with Neymar at Paris Saint-Germain, he was not always happy that he needed to play on the left side, which according to me, he's stronger at. He will go to Real Madrid as a number 9. So pay attention to Mbappe that could possibly in that position at Real Madrid in La Liga start to even beat more and more records. And in Spain, I told you, and Barcelona that cried for 2 days about that goal, no goal, that ghost goal, no line technology, whatever. Well, they are starting to think about something else, about Bernardo Silva, sport, Bernardo Silva a tiro. And then they are even believing it really well. Bernardo Silva es factible. It is possible. They can even make it. 58 million euro close to release Bernardo Silva. That we know it. He has always said it. He dreams to one day play for Barcelona. He wants to leave at Manchester City at the end of this season. He already wanted to leave earlier. In the end, it never happens, luckily for him, because last season he won the treble. But that summer can be the one. But of course, Manchester City, they will not give him for free. So they need to find the money. Maybe if the player really wants to, they can negotiate to go under the... Not sure. Where can that money come from? Well, there are a lot of talks. More and more that Paris Saint-Germain is insisting to replace Kylian Mbappe with who? Lamine Yamal. He has a release clause of 1 billion and they will not pay for it. Well, you don't know with Paris Saint-Germain. We were all saying, at least my generation, nobody will ever pay the release clause of Neymar of 222 million. Paris Saint-Germain did. 1 billion would be a lot, especially because they will not sell Kylian Mbappe that will leave for free. But if they can negotiate with a big offer, who knows, 200, 250 for the young 16 years old boy to join Paris Saint-Germain. Cash comes to Barcelona. That cash will go towards Bernardo Silva. I tell you, this summer can be a crazy one. You didn't discover yet the song Mercato is Crazy. Depending how the season goes for international football, I think that we will play a lot and you will discover it. My name is Giuseppe and together we covered football.